Greetings, commanders. Today I will talk about PvP encounters and how to avoid being killed. First of all, it's just my way of doing stuff. It's by no means the best or the only way, so let me just share my experience. If you know a better way, please share with us. Anyway, killing experienced player who flies a properly equipped ship is close to impossible. It's not impossible, we all make mistakes, but it's extremely hard to kill a player if he knows what he is doing and he has properly equipped ship. So let's try. What's properly equipped ship? First of all, do not fight in a ship that you are not tested before. I mean, after you buy all stuff, play with priorities, you should try it, deploy hardpoints, shoot a little and see how it handles, not go into fight without testing it. Always make sure that your shield boosters are enabled, because sometimes when your shields are completely offline, to charge your shields faster you will turn them off, and sometimes you just might forget to turn them back on, as well as your weapons, and you have properly set fire groups, because you don't want to deploy your hardpoints and lose power. Do not underestimate armor or bulkheads. They really help, especially when you are fighting other players. You should have at least military grade bulkhead, but if you have enough money, go for mirrored, because mirrored armor is best against thermal weapons, and thermal weapons are mostly used to get down enemy shields. So almost every commander has thermal weapons. Also, if you ram enemy, you must have an armor, at least military again. I didn't see any difference when you ram enemy ships between military, reactive and mirrored armor. So if you don't have money, again go for military. If you have money, go for mirrored. As for weapons, it depends on your preferences, so it's only up to you what weapons you like most. Fixed, gimbaled, beam lasers or cannons. I would say that best weapons are beam lasers and railguns combined with cannons. But as some ships have power issues, then pulse lasers also work well. On smaller ships, multi-cannons can be combined with beam lasers, but it's really up to you what you like. When you are flying in open, you must be aware of your surroundings. You always must keep an eye on players and always expect them to be an enemy. If they're not, great, but always keep an eye so you will not get caught by surprise. Especially keep an eye on players with hardpoints deployed. Those are hollow triangles on your radar. Try always to scan them before and see what they are doing, so if they decide to interdict you, you will know exactly what weapon loadout they have. You can also check if they have frameshift drive interdictor module, so maybe they are no threat to you at all. Pips to system increase your shield strength. This is very important, because 4 pips versus 0 pips will make your shields around 2.5 times stronger. Also, boosting with flight assist off will keep maximum speed, no matter how many pips to engines you have. So after you boost with flight assist off, your speed will not decrease below speed that you have with 4 pips to engines, even if you have 0 pips. If you are running away, it's time to use chaff and or heat sinks if you have any, and if you need. It depends very much on ship you are flying. Some ships have enough utility mounts for everything, while some ships have very few utility mounts, and you would be better by using their shield boosters. And mass lock only affects supercruise. So if you are mass locked, hyper jump. Simple as that. Don't try to supercruise. Basically this means if you are PvPing or you are interdicted by a player, take your time, check what type of ship it is. If it's mass locking you, prepare to select hyperjump destination right away. And remember, by submitting, your frameshift drive will come online much sooner. So if you are already prepared to run, submit, charge your drive and be on your way. Because if you lose interdiction, it will take like 40 seconds for your frameshift drive to cool down. And that's a lot of time, believe me. This is very important. You should know which ships will mass lock your ships. So write it down or remember. whatever works best. But if you fly an example vulture, you should know that any ship, including vulture and type 7, Asp, Clipper, Federlands, Dropship, Orca type 9, Python, Anaconda will mass lock your ship, and if you are running away from them, always hyper jump. Anaconda can be mass locked only by another Anaconda. Also, Anaconda will mass lock ships up to 4.5 kilometers now. Other ships will mass lock up to 3.5 kilometers or so. There's a Clipper who interdicts me. If you don't have a hyper jump destination set, you should set because it will mass lock me, as we are both flying same ships and they are mass locking each other. If you want to fight or to run away, submit, because your frameshift drive will cool down faster. At this point you already should know what loadout enemy has. Basically, if you are being interdicted, select enemy to see what ship he flies. After submitting, check its loadout so you can know exactly what you are dealing with if you already don't know, because you must know before you start the fight what you can expect from an enemy. Sometimes your loadout is good against one enemy and bad against another, and you don't need to engage fights that you most likely will lose. In this case I engaged, he interdicted me, so why not? And you must know exactly when to end the fight. You must decide if you will fight to the death or you retreat when your shields are down. Usually all are running when shields are down. It makes sense, nobody wants to die, and repairing ship is cheaper than rebuying it. As you see, I'm trying to ram him because I checked his loadout and he has some chaff launchers, so I have more shield boosters than he does. And he lost his shield, 73%. Of course, he's retracting hardpoints and charging his frameshift drive. It took him around a minute to charge his drive, because he did not have any hyperjump destination. He tried to cruise, but he did good job of evading my cannons by rolling. It's hard to hit with projectile weapons, however, if I would have any lasers, it would not be any problem. Also, at this point he had to release chaff or heatsinks if he had any, and as we will see, he had chaff launcher. By releasing chaff you will confuse turrets and gimbaled weapons, and by releasing heatsinks, if you lower your heat signature enough, enemy can lose lock on you. Now he released chaff. Around a minute later, after he started his running maneuver. And he still can't charge his drive because I am mass locking him. Okay, finally he got away. And of course, everything that works against players work against NPCs even better. Check what ship interdicted you. If it mass locks you, be ready to select hyperjump destination, align with your destination, 4 pips to system, boost, flight assist off, and charge your drive when you are ready. Enemy will have like 15 seconds only. Fly safe, commanders.